Hey Aries, welcome back to Crystal's Tarot. This is going to be your reading for May 2021. This can apply to anywhere where you have Aries in your chart. If you're not sure what that is, check out the description box below to locate your free birth chart. Be sure to check out the videos for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, depending on what you have going on in your life. If you want to reach out to me for a personal reading, you can find that information in the description box below, as well as some other details. Don't forget to subscribe. I am trying to grow my channel, and I would really appreciate if you would be a part of it. Let's go ahead and get started with our reading. Inhale and exhale as it feels comfortable to you. We're going to clean out our energy. All right, let's see. If you're new to my channel, I do wait for the cards to come out. I like to provide you with Spirit's message, and I feel like if I pull the card, that's my energy. So I do shuffle and wait for the cards to come out. So if you're pressed for time, please feel free to fast forward. Wanted to also remind you to never give your power away to a reading, a reader, anyone, or anything else. Today's reading is intended to assist you on your path to your greatest and highest good. All right, this will be our last shuffle. Some of you might have had some communication in some way, shape, or form, and it inspired like some sort of passion, whether that's with you, whether that's with you being inspired to do something within yourself or within your environment, or make a change or something. There's been some sort of communication that's inspired you to take an action. For some of you, there might have been like a recent communication about an interest of a relationship potentially, and I feel like that might have you feeling kind of inspired a little bit. But we're gonna pull our clarifiers and see what else comes out before we go too far into our reading. Bottom of the deck, you have the Magician. So I feel like there's definitely something you're trying to manifest, something you're trying to create, something you're trying to bring into your environment and your surroundings. But let's go ahead and pull our clarifiers. Aries for me. Aries for me. All right. All right, and then you have the Five of Wands to clarify the Magician. Okay, so this is kind of weird, but you're Aries, right? So I feel like some of you might be trying to like create a conflict within your environment for some reason, somehow, shape, or form. Let's get started on our reading. In your current energy, you have the Ace of Wands clarified with the King of Wands. So I feel like you're currently been inspired. You're trying to put action forward towards something that, again, you're passionate about. And it doesn't have to necessarily be about a romantic relationship or any relationship. It could be like something, a goal or something that you have, or something you really enjoy doing that you're passionate about, a skill that you have, or a craft or something. And the reason why you're passionate about it, or what's crossing that, you have the Eight of Wands clarified with the Nine of Wands. So I feel like there was some sort of communication, some conversation that had came in. Okay, I'm getting a storyline here, that somebody had did something or said something that you felt like was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like you're like, that's it, and you're like going for it now. Like you're wanting to fight. I felt like maybe you're trying to be the bigger person and trying to take the higher ground, the higher road. But I felt like somebody said something, or there was some sort of communication that came in that caused you to like want to, I felt like, start a fight, like dispute something, fight something. Bottom of the the underlying energy. So at the soul level, you have the Emperor clarified with the Queen of Swords. So I feel like you're really standing in your power. Like at a soul level, whatever this information was that came in that was difficult for you to hear, that I felt like you had already, like, I felt like you gave that person a pass and a pass and a pass. And it might have been unusual for your character, but I felt like you did so. And so now I feel like at a soul level, you're more standing in your power. You're calling them on their crap. You're not allowing them to just get away with things and do whatever. You're standing in your power and you're defending yourself. You're sticking up for yourself. You're not just allowing people to walk over you and say whatever and do whatever they want. In your recent past, you have the Page of Cups clarified with the Chariot. So for some of you in your recent past, you might have had somebody communicate an interest towards you that you weren't expecting. There might have been some quick movement of like somebody wanting to have like a date or further your relationship or something. There was some sort of communication in your past that came very quickly, very suddenly. Give me just a moment, guys. This communication that came in your past that was fast and unexpected, I feel like it's different than whatever it is that you're fighting against. For some of you, you might be fighting against having a relationship, but I feel like for most of you, these are two different energies, where somebody might have shown like an interest in you or support for you. For some of you, maybe like you're going through a difficult time and you had a family member or friend show you support and give you like guidance or nurturing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It was just some sort of communication that had an emotional element to it that came in unexpectedly, very quickly. Not necessarily unexpectedly, but very quickly in your recent past. In your crowning energy, you have the Knight of Cups clarified with the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you're thinking about making an action towards somebody. I feel like whoever this other person was in your recent past who communicated loving energy towards you instead of this difficult, heavy energy, I feel like you have an interest in them. Like you're thinking about what was said during that conversation or what would you like to say. And I feel like you're thinking about how you can lay the groundwork, how you can build a solid foundation. In your near future, you have the Nine of Wands clarified with the Eight of Cups. So I feel like for some of you in your near future, you're going to have to like come to grips with the fact that somebody keeps hurting you over and over, and that they're probably more of a burden than what they are a benefit. So you're going to have to evaluate that relationship and like really decide if you want to continue. For some of you, I feel like it's going to be a relationship that you're going to set more strict boundaries within. For some of you, I feel like you're going to walk away from the relationship if you're able to. How you see yourself, you have the Knight of Pentacles clarified with the Three of Wands. So I feel like you see yourself that you're working very hard. You're just waiting for your ships to come in. I feel like you're working, for some of you, you're working towards like furthering your career, getting a promotion, and you're just waiting for that to line up. For others of you, I feel like you're just working on making your foundation more solid and stable. And I feel like you're like really just relying on spirit to kind of give you guidance on making that stability and creating that stability for yourself. How others see you, you have the Six of Wands clarified with the Knight of Wands. Okay. So I feel like other people see you as definitely somebody who stands in their power, somebody who you might have recently won a victory or won some sort of recognition at work. Or like you won some sort of recognition in public for some of you. I feel like other people see you as somebody who takes, like, you basically take it on the chin and keep it moving. And then I feel like people see you like you carry a passion behind you. You carry a fire, obviously, because you're Aries. You're a fire sign. I feel like people in your environment are noticing that. And I feel like there's a lot of people in your environment that are happy for you. In your hopes and or fears, you have the Hanged Man clarified with the Ace of Wands. So I feel like there's something that you're definitely confused about, but you're passionate about it at the same time. I felt like this is speaking about your current energy. You're just not sure how to handle it. Whatever conflict this is that you're trying to, I feel like you're trying to manifest like a fight or argument. For some of you, I feel like you're trying to it's like that energy of like, I wish somebody would accuse me so that way I would be able to you would have to show all your details and they would have to prove it or something like that. So I feel like it's that kind of thing of like where you want somebody to accuse you because they're in the wrong, and then by them making the accusation, it'll more fall on them than you. So I'm getting that as well. But I feel like for some of you, whoever this is in your environment, I feel like you're still trying to take the higher ground, but I feel like this person keeps on like just kind of like poking the bear basically. And I feel like you're getting tired of it and you're like very frustrated with the situation. You're not sure really how to handle it in the best way that has a good outcome for you. Your final outcome, should things remain the same, you have the Death card clarified with the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like this is saying, in your final outcome, should things remain the same. And the reason why I say that is because we all have free will, and at any moment we can make a choice that changes the trajectory of the path that we're on. So I feel like should everything continue to go the way that this energy has played out, I felt like there's going to be an end coming towards, for some of you, you might be losing your job because of this conflict that you have in your workplace. For some of you, I feel like there's going to be an end towards the argument and the bickering, and you guys are going to be able to come to like a realization and like a mutual understanding with each other, so that there's like so that there's not as much friction and tension. I feel like that's mostly what it is. I feel like it's like competitive energies more than energies that just genuinely really don't like each other. It might be an element of that, but I feel like it's more like competition and jealousy energies. Let's get some additional clarifiers. Aries for me. This will be our last shuffle. Alright. Sorry guys, one more. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Current energy. You have the Ten of Pentacles. So definitely whatever the situation is, it has the impact, excuse me, it has the ability to really impact your finances and your stability. And then you have the Magician coming out again. So whatever this situation is for you, you're the one that holds the power. If somebody's like poking the bear, as I mentioned, the bear can always choose to walk away. The bear doesn't necessarily have to like fight back. Just realize like whatever it is that you're deciding to make actions or conversations or whatever it is, the energy that you're sharing with the world and your environment, just know that you are the one who has the ability to change that, or yeah, you're the one that has the ability to change that. So if you're like, regardless of other people's actions, if you feel like you're being led down a rabbit hole that is not going to benefit you, turn and go the opposite direction. Find your way out of the rabbit hole and change your trajectory, because whatever the situation is right now for you, it has the ability, it will impact your finances here. Excuse me. And with the Death card and the Eight of Pentacles being your final outcome, we are going to pull some clarifiers additional on that. But I'm going to say, whatever decision that you're making is impacting your resources in that realm. So be careful with the actions that you display, or the behaviors that you display, because for some of you, you might lose your job over it, is what I'm seeing from this. I feel like whether it's warranted or not, I feel like you're going to come to a breaking point. You're going to lose your shit. It's probably going to be at work or work environment, something to do with that realm, and you're going to lose your job. Or get demoted for some of you. Like, I'm getting, like, if that resonates with you, if this message about a work situation resonates with you, make sure that you really mind your P's and Q's, avoid difficult people and difficult situations, unless you're really ready to move on. Okay, let's get more in your recent past. I want to see this energy because that looks nice. Have Eight of Pentacles. So whatever this is in your recent past, it's definitely different energy. Okay, for some of you, there might be a conflict at work because somebody wants to date you or you want to date them. So it might be the same people. But for majority of you, I feel like it's two different people, this conflict and this person who displayed actions of love. For additional clarifiers, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So that tells me like it's something that's building. And then you have the Six of Wands came out as well. So whatever this relationship is, if you allow it to grow and nurture and work on it, here we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands in regards to this recent past message. So even though it came in pretty quickly, I feel like for some of you, if you just be yourself and go with the flow and work, just go with the flow. Don't necessarily work on the relationship, but work on spending time and getting to know each other. I feel like there'll be a victory. Or maybe knowing each other better, whatever that means to you. Let's see, crowning energy. So your crowning energy, you had the High Priestess in the reverse, clarified with the and the Will. So I feel like you're thinking about this communication, this connection, this relationship opportunity, and building it, creating something that's solid and stable. I don't feel like it's something that you're necessarily fully communicating yet. For some of you, I feel like you might be waiting on finances to do so. You might be waiting for something to go through. I feel like you're really trying to, if it is a new person, even if it's not, I feel like you're really trying to like take this person on a nice date or something, like really like show them a nice time to make them feel good and make them feel happy. I feel like you're trying to invest in, like, as we have the Eight of Pentacles here, like build and work on the connection. Okay, let's see. Underline energy. 10 of Wands. And the Moon. Okay. For some of you, this Emperor energy, where you're really standing in your power, and you're not dealing with anybody's bullshit. I feel like we have the additional clarifiers of the 10 of Wands and the Moon card. So what that's telling me is I feel like this is something that's definitely been going on for quite a while, as I've mentioned, and I feel like there's a lack of clarity. There's something that you feel like is going on behind your back. You feel like people might be like talking shit about you, being two-faced, being hypocritical, whatever it is for you. But I feel like you're definitely standing in your power of like, you're not dealing with that crap no more, because I feel like you've been dealing with it for a long time. And it's like where people are starting to take your kindness for a weakness, and you're Aries, right? So like you have that heated energy of like, 'cause sometimes you can get in your head and stand in your power and your pride a little bit too much. But I feel like in this situation, that the reason why you're trying to cause a fight right now, or trying to create some sort of difficulty with this individual, is because they've kind of walked on you and they've treated you like crap for a long time. I feel like there's definitely things that have gone on behind your back. If this is a work environment, there are people probably stealing your work, talking about you behind your back, a lot of gossip. There might have been like where you got passed up on a promotion or an opportunity because of something that was misinformed or misunderstood, miscommunicated, or something like that. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's do near future. Okay, so you got the Ace of Swords and the King of Wands. So in your near future, somebody is going to kind of like basically piss you off. And I feel like you're going to like own your power, stand in your power, and walk away from the situation, walk away from the relationship, walk away from it. I feel like you're going to be so disappointed that you're not going to see a way for it to improve or get better. But I feel like for some of you, it might just need some time and clarification. I feel like there might be some things that need to get ironed out between you and this individual or these individuals. Okay, let's do a final outcome. Six of Swords. So you're leaving difficulty behind. You're not going to be dealing with arguments. So again, some of you might be changing jobs if this is a work environment that we're discussing here. Okay. For some of you, I feel like you're going to be looking for a different job if you haven't already. We have, for our clarifiers of the Death card and the Eight of Pentacles, we had the Six of Swords, and then we also had the Two of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. So whatever this situation is for you that you're wanting to fight right now, I feel like that's causing you to like really look in your environment, see like there's some sort of move you need to make because you feel left out in the cold, because you feel like somebody abandoned you and didn't show you the appreciation and the respect and the loyalty that they should have. And it caused you like a really heaviness in your heart. Even if you won't acknowledge that, I feel like somebody had abandoned you and left you high and dry, basically, when you didn't expect it. And that kind of caused you to kind of, like, really stand in your, I feel like stand in your pride, but it's not really stand in your pride. It's more like standing in your power. Like, even though you care about somebody, you won't allow them to walk over you and treat you like crap and constantly lying to you or doing shady things that they shouldn't be if they valued your connection. So let's see, bottom of the deck, you have the Death card. So again, I feel like there's something that's going to be coming to an end here, and I feel like you're trying to create it. I feel like you've just dealt with a lot of crap here. We've had the Ten of Wands out here multiple times. We have the Six of Swords. So I feel like definitely there's going to be a transition for you in some way, shape, or form. But I feel like it's definitely for the better. I feel like you're going to be happier because of it. I feel like you're going to be happier because of it. Even though it's going to be uncomfortable, it's going to be something that you're happy for and grateful for later in the, like, a while down the road. All right, for Aries for May. And guys, I do not take the pre-messages on the Oracle cards. In case anybody has watched my videos for a while and you're kind of catching on to how I'm doing my stuff. All right, this will be our last shuffle. All right, Aries. So you have empty well, time to replenish. So definitely, excuse me, definitely whatever the situation is where you're leaving it behind. Some of you it's a relationship, some of you it's a work environment, whatever it is for you. Like right away, Spirit wants you to know it's time for you to replenish. You're not being fed at a soul level. You're not being nurtured where you're at right now. So I feel like Spirit's just wanting to remind you that even though things are kind of empty right now, it is going to be a moment where you get to like go somewhere new, get revived, like be in a place where you're celebrated and not tolerated, basically. All right. And then fortune's will, lack in right timing. So I feel like for some of you, you might be going through losing a job or changing jobs, and your finances might be impacted in some way, shape, or form. But I feel like it's all part of the divine plan for you. I feel like it's to give you something better and greater. I feel like it's time to release things that are no longer serving you so something better could come in its place. And then you have lost compass, getting back to integrity. So for some of you, I feel like this interactions, it might have like definitely ate away at your pride or your ego, your morals, your values. You might have felt like you were constantly having to sacrifice your integrity or who you were or your morals for the situation. And I felt like you got betrayed in some way, shape, or form. And so now it leaves you kind of being like WTF. But I feel like Spirit wants you to like stay encouraged, like remind yourself to be encouraged, because even though right now it might be difficult, you're going into a better time. Okay, good. So I just want to point this out. I just looked to make sure you guys can see it on the camera. As I was looking right here, as you can see it, so this is the first card that comes out. And this might be a little weird message, but please bear with me. So the empty well is the card that starts your oracle, right? And it's speaking about that it's time to replenish. And it's empty, there's nothing here. And then if you notice, all your 3 cards that have come out so far, they all have circle. The circle indicates like evolution, like it never ends. It's constantly evolving, constantly growing. It doesn't end. It can never be reduced to nothing. It just constantly keeps going. I hope that makes sense. So then we go to our second card. And if you look right here, you'll see this little light in the corner. It's not yet in the circle, but it's in the corner. It's now touching the circle. And I feel like and there's a little shadow on this side. I just noticed as well. So I feel like this is Spirit kind of like telling you, like, I'm still here. I'm still fighting with you, beside you, because I feel like you're fighting. Not necessarily only people in your environment, but I feel like you're fighting like internally within yourself. I feel like you're disappointed that you allowed people to do or say things. So you're kind of like feeling like you disappointed yourself. Like, I hope you understand. If it's resonating, you do. So then we go from lack to then like Spirit's like kind of helping you to get there. Like it's getting closer to the point where you're able to touch it now. And then we get to our third message, and now if you can look, the star is in the middle. Now like that's in the center of you. So you go from having nothing to having lack and empty to like being able to like not yet touch it, but you could smell it. It's getting close enough that you could smell it. It's like dinner's done, you could smell it, but it's not yet able to be served and eating yet. But then you're at this, you're going into this transition of where you're able to get the full completion out of the benefit of this difficulty that you've endured. I feel like Spirits, for some of you, if you've heard that poem, Footprints in the Sand, it's like that kind of energy. Like even though it's been heavy, even though you felt like you're probably doing this alone, Spirit has been walking with you and trying to like restore you and like encourage you and motivate you along the path while you're having these difficult times. And I feel like you're definitely getting close to victory here. Anything else, Spirit? Oh, shit. Okay, guys. So you got like a little book. And I always say I'm not one of those readers who say it's too much. I feel like if Spirit puts it out, Spirit wants the energy to be read. So let's read your book. Okay, next you have Beloved, Radical Acceptance. So I don't know if it's this reading or something that's you're going to experience in your life, but there's going to be a moment where you're able to really review everything you've gone through, even the situation you're currently going through, and realize that even though it has been difficult, it taught you something, it grew you. And then you have Fool's Embrace, Transmuting Pain. So again, you're turning difficulty, hurt, despair into learning and growth and power, knowledge. Okay, and then you have Dust Devil, Moving Out of Stagnation. So again, I feel like Spirit just wants you to like, I feel like Spirit's reiterating that because I feel like some of you, whenever this is going on in your environment, obviously it has a high impact on you because that energy has touched multiple areas of your reading. But I feel like Spirit just wants you to like really let it sink in that this situation is not to harm you, or to hinder you. It's to help you to grow and to help you progress. I feel like for some of you, without having this difficult situation, you wouldn't have really stood in your power and recognized your power to the level that you needed to without this situation, to this person, place, or thing, whatever it is for you. Next, you have the Magician's Sword, Significance in Your Magic. So I just want to point out that you have had the Magician 3 times at least. Sorry, guys. So, Aries, definitely pay attention to what you're creating. Your thoughts are manifesting in your environment. Your intentions are manifesting, even when you're not really conscious of it. Be aware of what you're creating. And likewise, use that energy as a benefit, like intentionally create beneficial things for you. And then you have the Garden of Venus, Rest and Renewal. And then it just reminds me of this card that you got right here that says Getting Back to Integrity. So I feel like you're definitely like on a soul path of healing and growth, like at a soul level. And I feel like it's definitely a beautiful journey, even though it's a hard one. And then you have Stars in the Sky, Limitless Possibilities. So I feel like things are just starting to open up to you. Decide what you want. You're the manifestor. You're the creator. Decide what it is that you want to create. You definitely have the ability to create it. And then you have Benefactor, Grace and Generosity. So I don't know if it's you or universe, but somebody wants to share something with you, or you want to share something with somebody else. I feel like Spirit really wants to benefit you for the difficulty that you've been enduring. And then you have Heart, Home, Compassion. So just try to always be compassionate. Keep in mind, hurt people. Not that it's okay. It is what it is. It helps. Sometimes for me, if I can understand it, I can process it better and I can heal from it quicker. That's just me though. And then you have Sky Dancers, Surrender. So whatever change you're going through, just allow it to unfold naturally. Sky Riding, The Fates. Okay, so again, Magician, make sure that you're the one that's creating your destiny. You have the ability to determine what it is that you want to deal with in life and experience in life. And even though life is not ever perfect and we can't have 100% of the things that we want 100% of the time, we can have some of the things that we want some of the time. And the more that we focus on that energy, the more we can experience it. So definitely be a conscious creator. Next you have Cosmic Womb, the Divine Feminine. I feel like you can definitely heal with nurturing energies around you. Next you have perfect storm, the courage to step into life. So I feel like this again is reiterating this difficulty you're experiencing, and that it's going to grow you. It's going to benefit you. It's going to help you to progress and transform in a way that you wouldn't have necessarily been able to without it. Straddling worlds, wandering between realms. I feel like for some of you, if you're not meditating, I feel like it might be a good idea to do so. I feel like if you're not using your intuition as often as you would like to, I feel like it's a good idea to practice that more. And then you have closing doors, completion. So again, it kind of speaks about we're going to get rid of some energies that are no longer serving us, that are no longer in our environment for our greatest good. Root girl, the disowned self. All right, so this one Spirit wants to talk about in detail. So look at the picture. If you can see, we have a tree, and at the top it's bare. There's not much going on there. And it looks like there's like a forest fire or something where it's been burning before. And the girl in the picture, she has her face down. She just doesn't look like she's very confident right now or very happy. And I feel like this might be you. And I feel like Spirit wants you to remind yourself of how, even though, okay, hold on guys, there's a couple of things. Even though trees go through seasons of death, basically, they come back. There's a transition period for them. There's winter, and then summer, spring, fall, and then it recycles. It's a constant recycling. We have our circles basically again. So I feel like for some of you, even though life has been very difficult, and you're going to have to endure another difficulty, it's going to make you even stronger than what you were before. Even though it's wintertime right now for this tree, it's probably on fire, going through some difficult time. This is a big tree. It's a tree that's been around for a long time. It has a lot of experience, a lot of life lessons, and a lot of value to give this life still. So I feel like that's what Spirit wants to remind you and encourage you of, that even though right now, for some of you, life might be difficult and heavy, and even if it's not like overpowering energy, I feel like for some of you, you've definitely gone through heaviness, and you might be finding yourself in the midst of it right now. But I feel like you're definitely going to find yourself out of it. Your final card, you have gathering around, the power of community. So I feel like you're definitely going to be able to find your tribe, find your people who can comfort you and nurture you during this moment of difficulty in your life. I feel like by spending time out in nature, doing sports or things that you feel passionate about, things that you enjoy doing, I feel like that's gonna burn off a lot of energy that's negative for you. And it'll be cleansing for your soul a little bit. All right, Spirit wants to get some whispers of love, and then we're going to go. This will be our last shuffle. Aries. All right. You have act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. So what this is telling me is that my grandmother always used to say, fake it till you make it. So it's reminding me very much of that. It's it's reminding me of even though things might not be exactly how we want them to, we can play pretend for a moment, but in a healthy way. In those moments of pretend is when we're manifesting, and especially when there's emotional connection behind those thoughts and desires and fantasies. it helps us to kind of like manifest them quicker. So when you are daydreaming about what you would like your life to be, make sure that it's an accurate reflection of you and what you deserve and what you can actually have. Not necessarily actually have, but um, basically what I'm trying to say is a lot of people sell themselves short. They don't feel like they're worth it. They don't feel like that the other people or the other person or whatever will see them as they would see them. And so a lot of times we like self-sabotage and self-sacrifice. So I feel like Spirit's like not wanting you to do that any longer. Spirit wants you to be confident and secure in your role. Definitely stand in your power, but do it in a loving and nurturing way. Um, be authentically and unapologetically you, but allow other people to do the same as well. And in the meantime, imagine how amazing and beautiful that your life can be, because you are creating. So make sure you're creating beautiful, wonderful things. Okay, Aries, this has been your reading for May. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you feel like this would be helpful for somebody else, please feel free to share it. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of love and light.